So admittedly, not exactly sure how I should begin this video, because I've tried and tried, and these intros don't get any easier, y'all. Especially when it's something brand new to the channel, a manga haul for May 2023, with some cheats included. Because technically, while I did order some of these volumes in May, it's not like they arrived in May. No, it was a week or two into May. So cut me some slack, because I'm not sure if I'll pick up manga for this month, so I don't want to rope it in prematurely. And I don't know how often I will do manga haul videos, or if I'll ever do another one again. It sort of depends on how I feel about this video going forward, and the reception it receives. Not to mention, it all comes down to finances after all, because manga, anime, light novels, video games, it ain't cheap. So, what exactly brought this on besides buying manga? Well, I saw Nate and Joe, or you might know them as Memory NK and Freshest Anime, both uploaded videos recently where they did manga hauls, and it sort of inspired me because otherwise I was gonna just throw it up on the bookshelf, not make much mention of it whatsoever in videos going forward. But I do like to show off what I bought because I bought 30 volumes or so, or at least I believe I did. I might have miscounted initially, but they've been sitting for a couple days, and what better time than the present right now to hop into it? So, starting us off, I did decide to buy a brand new series. I got Volume 1 of Bo Furry, which, by the way, the spines of Bo Furry, absolutely adorable. I love the series. It's the manga, it's not the light novel because I believe it is based on a light novel, and I do need to finish season 2. I think I have 9 through 12, or is it 9 through 13 left to watch? And those are on Patreon. More than likely, I'll bring 2 through 5, or maybe the entire series to YouTube. Views be damned, because I love the show so much. And season 2 has been an absolute blast. Oh my god. It makes my cheeks hurt from smiling. Then we got Volume 2, which I do like that the titular character, Maple, is Volume 1, and then we have her best friend, Sally, as Volume 2. And then we have a best girl as Volume 3, Kasumi. And it wouldn't be Bo Furry if she didn't have absurd transformations even on the cover. So we got Volume 4, and then we got Mei and Yui on Volume 5, which sort of surprised we didn't get Klein, not Klein, that's SAO, Kuramu, or even Is on the covers, but perhaps maybe even Kanade will show up going forward. It is only 5 volumes now. And then, of course, we have even bester girl, me, for volume 6. So, with this, I believe I am caught up. I didn't see a listing date for volume 7. I know the manga for a while was ahead of the anime in terms of adaptation. I don't know how true that holds now with season 2 concluded. If someone wants to clarify, let me know down below without any spoilers. Let me reassemble this real quick because, as I said with volume 1, the spines are mini maples. It's adorable, y'all. I love that they have all of her transformations and outfits, and it makes me very excited to see what Volume 7 will be like. I'll do my best to pick it up on time, but money is always an issue, y'all. I love it when not even just manga series will do this on the spines because it makes it more identifiable on the bookshelves, and it's just very cute to look at, y'all. All right, starting off with stack number 2, Volume 1 of Aruma-kun. I got this one for my birthday, which was May 15th. I might have gotten it a couple days before, but I digress. I adore this series a whole lot. It is such a good series, and we need season 4. And this is the very first time it's getting an English publication in America. So, of course, I had to have it. And my friends know how much I love this show because I got them into Aruma-kun. And I'm very happy that we do have Volume 1. I believe in a couple days, because I'm recording this on the 13th, very late at night, mind you, we'll have Volume 2, and that one has Clara unless Claire is volume 3 and then volume 2 is Asmodeus. But I do intend on keeping up instead of falling behind. I really want to support this series. While I do pirate every now and then, obviously, because sometimes I watch on legal sites, sometimes I don't. I stand by supporting a series you truly love, whether it's buying the anime, buying the manga, buying the light novels, buying merch. I'd rather spend money on series I truly care about than constantly fork over money to watch subpar series that I just didn't vibe with, you know? But it's my personal 2 cents on the situation. Still not exactly, the most up and up situation, regardless, though. But we'll keep it between all of us, right, guys? Now, uh, here is the big boy stack. Volume 9 of Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Or Danmachi, as I just call it because that is the short form and way less of a mouthful. This completes the first run of the manga because now I have 1 through 10 on my bookshelf. I had been missing 9 for whatever reason, but it helps that we have Best Girl on there. It does suck that the original manga did end and then they switched artists because I believe Fujino Onomori is still supervising, but they had to come to a conclusion. It got through, I believe, Goliath's appearance at the very end of season 1, and then it kind of stopped. I don't know if there was any other reasons, if the artist was having health issues, but I really do like the manga art style a whole lot, and I kind of wish some of it had transitioned into the anime, but it is a light novel adaptation. Then I did manage to pick up all 3 volumes of the sequel manga. This one starts with the Red Light District arc, the Rescue Haruhime. It completely skips over the war games, which does irk me ever so slightly. Because if you're going to adapt a series, I prefer you adapt as much as possible, even if the manga occasionally takes liberties or adds new scenes, removes scenes, speeds up scenes. Y'all understand. An adaptation is good when you capture the essence. So missing out on a whole arc, even if the arc didn't last a whole lot, does rub me the wrong way. But I like the art style that this sequel manga has. I don't know if it'll continue on into the events of season 3, or if it'll flesh out the events that were very rushed at the end of season 2, the whole village arc. Because I believe that was like volume 8, right, of the light novel, and it was condensed into 2 episodes and felt so out of place, admittedly. Season 2 is my least favorite when it comes to the adaptation of the series thus far. Season 4, though, oh my god, so good. Oh, it's scuffed, so forgive me if it does slip my mind, but Volume 1, gotta have Best Boy Belle. Volume 2, Sweetest Girl Haruhime, Must Protect. And then Volume 3, Mikoto! God, she is such a badass, and seeing her in Season 4 act like that, both in Part 1 and Part 2, made me love the character a whole lot more. I had already been pretty positive towards her character and enjoying the scenes she had, but it elevated her to the next level. And then we got Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? On the side, Sword Oratoria, the spin off series. Let's get that to focus a little bit. There we go. It is a thick manga volume, but I have volume 2 on my bookshelf. Now I have volume 1, and then I did pick up volume 3. I am well behind when it comes to the manga, and I am also collecting the light novel, if y'all can see, for both the OG series and the spin-off series. I think when I did calculations, after buying all of this, I still have 30 volumes, both manga and light novel, left to catch up to the entirety of Danmachi, which includes the other spinoffs for Freya, Ryu, and even the new Danmachi Memoria Freeze manga adaptation. I need to pick that up, see what that's about. Because if it's going to adapt stories like Argonaut or any of the anniversary stories, oh, count me in. It'll take my money ASAP. But now I have 1 through 3. I do wish I hadn't fallen behind because it's a lot of volumes, like 20 more I need to pick up for this series alone. The manga is vastly superior to Sword Art Ori's anime. It needs a reboot. It needs the level of care season 4 got and the attention to detail because that was so damn good. And this manga, this side story, is crazy good. Give it a read if you haven't already, because it focuses on the Loki Familia and how it intersects with the main timeline is very fascinating because we do see Bell pop up pretty frequently. We see some of his biggest moments interspersed with this. And I believe the manga just passed some of the events of season 3, like the Asterius fight, right? Based on the covers I saw. So it might be dipping into season 4. And I like seeing the other sides of Aurorio from the viewpoint of one of the top familias. All right. Stack 2. Volume 1 of the case study of Vanitas. Volume 2 of the case study of Vanitas. And volume 3 of the case study of Vanitas. With this, I am only 6 volumes behind right now. I don't know if volume 10 has been listed, but 9 volumes have been released in North America, and I intend to catch up. I adored the series. I don't have reactions to it. It was well before I started making reactions, but it's one of my favorite series in recent memories. The OSTs, the atmosphere, the mood, the characters, it was all so incredible. And I believe the author did Pandora Hearts, which is another series people really want to get a new anime to be treated with this level of care and this level of passion. But all I can say is Vanitas, Noe, and John are so damn entertaining. And what we got with Dami at the very end of season 1, oh my god, it was so good. And admittedly, I really do like the side profiles on them, the spines and everything. It definitely feels like it's quality, and I'm really excited to collect more, even if I should honestly finish catching up to a whole lot of other series. Now, this is one that I have read a good portion of the manga for, and I really do like it. It's very feels good, and I can't wait for it to get an anime. It hasn't been announced, to my knowledge, but it needs one. I believe it's a manga adaptation of a light novel, and the light novel's not getting published in North America yet, but I am caught up with this. Chilling in Another World with level 2 super cheat powers. It is absolutely adorable. I love the dynamic between the main male character and the main female character, and might be behind by a couple chapters, but I've been reading this sparingly. I think I started reading it when it first released online. I kept up, and then I fell off, kept up, fell off, kept up, fell off, and repeated that cycle for a while. I don't think I've read any of the new chapters in a good several months, maybe since before I started making videos again. But if you've read this, let me know down below. I would love to chat with other people and find a soulmate who goes, yeah, it needs an anime. Now we have volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, and volume 6, which I believe is the most recent that released like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe even a little bit longer. I don't think volume 7 has been listed, but if I had to pick my favorite cover out of them, I really do think it's a toss up between 3 and 5. Both of them, the warm colors and everything, the smiles, oh, it just makes my day, y'all. Such a good series. And then the final stack. So, I have admittedly fallen off on posting these onto YouTube, but I will return with them. I will get the rest of it posted. Don't you worry. I've had a lot on my plate. I've gotten busy, so I do apologize for the delays. But I decided because I finished the second half, I finished part two of the series, I needed to support it. I plan on buying the light novels, and I plan on, if possible, buying a limited or collector's edition of the anime, because I want season two so badly, and it's still one of my favorite series to make a reaction to date. Granted, I haven't done a whole lot of videos since then, under 100, I think, but 86, Volume 1 of the manga, Volume 2 of the manga, and Volume 3 of the manga. And I believe that's it for this one. It's gotten a couple mangas, and they've either been discontinued, canceled, on hiatus, or starting anew. I know there's a Magical Girl Lena manga spinoff, but I believe this is the one where the author's health was failing them, so they had to cancel the manga. But I figured, why not support it? It might also be good to see how it might differ from the anime, because I know it is a light novel adaptation, so the manga shouldn't have any bearing on the actual anime product whatsoever. But it's one of those series that I want to bend over backwards to support, admittedly. And I really do think this cover and this cover are leaps above the rest when it comes to out of the three. I can't pick which one of them is my favorite, but I do know with Volume 3, it's like the Revolutionary Fest that we had in the first half because of Lena's black dress, and I can't wait to get into these. I haven't cracked them open. I haven't even gotten an idea of what the art style might look like and how characters might be different. And then I did pick up Volume 3 of Remonster. I am caught up with the manga, near 100 chapters by now. I've been following it since it first started. I've fallen off and caught back up on a couple occasions, but it is such a good isekai. I don't know if it'll ever get an anime, because it would be very hard to do this. It has some controversial moments, we'll put it that way, and it's very info and dialogue heavy when it needs to be. And while I do really appreciate that as a manga, it might not transition well into the anime because it'll feel like there's something missing. And I know I'm not caught up when it comes to this. I think I still have like 4 or 3 more volumes left to go. And then I'm caught up to what's been published. But it's something I'm going to work on slowly. And then, oh boy, another mouthful series. I got caught up in a hero summon, but the other world was at peace. I read the first several chapters when it came out online, and I love it. I love the concept, I love the characters, I love the art style, I love the world, I love the power system, and the whole we've summoned you, but we can't send you back home for a year. So you gotta live in this world. So then we have all of these interactions, we have all of these powers in play, and a lot of absurd fun. And I decided, because I think I've read a couple volumes at least, and I want to support this in the event that it does get an anime, I would catch up. So I bought all 6 volumes, and I don't think I saw a volume 7 listing just yet. But the one I just showed you was volume 1. Now this is volume 2. I do appreciate the big busty goddess. Volume 3. I believe her name is Iris. Or Isis, maybe. Volume 4. And volume 5. And turns out I was mistaken. I only have 5. And I think it's volume 6 that comes out in a couple of days that I also need to buy. But with that, that is 31 volumes of manga, if I'm not mistaken. It is quite the haul. I got all of these, except a handful of them, from Right Stuff. Praise be Right Stuff with their sales, the discounts. Oh, it's irresistible, y'all. But they'll make a nice addition to my bookshelf. What did y'all think of the manga I picked up? What did y'all think of the series I've talked about? Do let me know down below. What do you think of these videos? Do you want more in the event that I actually get more manga in great quantities? Because making a video for 1 or 2 or 3 volumes alone wouldn't exactly be worth it. But if it's maybe 10 plus, I could do it. And if I do pick up limited edition or collector box sets for certain anime that I really want to show off, I will make videos on them. Reception and views be damned, because I have a couple that I just want to brag about and show the love, show the passion for, you know? So normally the video would be over right now, but turns out a necessary update needed to happen. Because only a few days after I recorded that Manga Haul video, I bought another volume. I don't have a problem whatsoever. Finances might be a little tight, and I can totally control myself, but not a problem at all. So, what did I buy that made me feel this update was necessary to record and include at the very end of the video? Volume 2 of the full color edition for Parasite. Hardcover, no less. Normally, I don't buy those. I don't like omnibuses typically, and I don't gravitate towards hardcover books. But when it comes to the quality of this volume, the weight, the vibe, the appearance, even the strength of the pages, it made me really want it. And I love the anime so much. It was one of my favorite anime that aired that year, 2014, I believe, or was it 2013? I know it was a two core. It might have carried over because I believe I started watching it in winter of 2014. I digress. I feel like I want to collect this hardcover version, and there's a couple out there, or that will be releasing, that I want to buy as well. Trigun, for instance, because back there, I believe about there, I have some of the individual volumes, and they're hard to get, no less, because it has been a long time since they were published. But I wouldn't mind supporting Trigun again. I need to watch Trigun Stampede, but I also want to buy the hardcovers because I believe it's Dark Horse doing them. But Volume 1 comes out in like December or November, and I intend to buy it. So look forward to that. Hopefully, it is of high quality as they state it's going to be, but only time will tell. Now, what makes it special about this is I already had a Volume 4. Personally, I liked collecting this. Granted, I only have one. I bought it years ago, probably 2015, 2016. But when it comes to the quality between softcover and hardcover, I think I'll prioritize the hardcover. I don't know how many volumes are out. Maybe probably 5, 6, 7, because neither of them seem to be omnibuses. They seem to be just straight volumes themselves. And the fact that this is in full color, no less, and the colors look great, made me want to buy it. And I got it for cheap, too. For really, really good condition at the bookstore I got it at. It was basically a secondhand store. But with that, I think I'm going to prioritize the full color. I might end up selling my soft cover, or maybe I'll collect both. I did enjoy the series enough to do so, but I'll make that decision at another point. I do have a couple volumes around here that I might end up selling because either I've lost love for the series or it's been long enough that I don't have the same passion for it, but a rewatch might spark that. I got to make some decisions. I do want to shorten up this collection because it is Inuyasha, and as you can see about there, I do have some of the season box sets. I want to buy the rest of them. I need to buy like 4 through 7, and then I can actually shorten that entire section, which gives me more space. It's always a work in progress, and the wallet always cries. But with that said, do the usual. Like, comment, subscribe. What did y'all think of the Manga Haul video? This does bring it up to 32 volumes. I did count after the video. Should have been more accurate in video. I do apologize. It was the first time. It was going to be scuffed. So I do appreciate cutting me some slack, y'all. But 32 volumes since the start of May makes me very, very happy as a collector, as a fan, and as someone who just enjoys this medium of entertainment and enjoys reading good manga. So, I'll see you all for another video. Peace.